Now identity property, right? Additive identity. Additive identity. Additive and identity. What is additive identity? Right? Additive identity says that add such a number to me let it be x such that you get the same number as the answer. You get the same number as the answer, right? Add such a number to me that you get the same number as the answer. Add such a number to me that you get the same number as the answer. So what we are going to do, this 2 by 3 will go over here with a minus sign. Yeah, x will be equal to 2 by 3 minus 2 by 3. This is going to give you a big 0, right? Don't get 0 in your examination, right? So x will be equal to a big 0. So the additive identity says that you add a 0 to any number, you will get the same number. You add 0 to any number, you will get the same number. Let's see for multiplication. For multiplication, you multiply a number such that it gives you the same number. You multiply the number such that it gives you the same number. Can you speak the table of 19? Yeah, you will find that 19 into 1 is 19. I'll just want this one, okay? If you say the table of 5 into 1 will give you 5. If you say the table of 998, right? 998, oh my god, you will get the same value here. Yeah. So if you multiply some number by 1, we will get in the same value. But no, we are not going to do it like this. We are going to see it. We are going to observe everything. Yeah, you are learning from me, so I am going to make you see everything, right? This 2 by 3 will go over here and say I am going there I was multiplying, so here I will be dividing, because as you know, minus after from going equal to, it will become plus will become minus, division will become multiplication, and multiplication will become division. Okay, so this will become division. Let's remove this one, and yeah, okay, so you have x is equals to 1 by 2 divided by 1 by 2. So if we divide two similar numbers, we used to get what? We used to get 1. And if you want to see over here, just reciprocate it. You will do it like this. Yeah, in white color I have written the reciprocal of 1 by 2. You just cut it off, you will get 1, right? So what I wish to say is that if you multiply, multiplication additive identity says that if you multiply any number with 1, you are going to get the same number. You are going to get the same number. These all things you know from your childhood only, but just revision with giving it the name of identity. Yeah, now another thing, similar thing, inverse property. We are going to add such a number that you get 0. So if I take the same example, 2 by 3 plus what will give you 0? 2 by 3 plus something gives you 0. If you will add something to 2 by 3, it should give you a number that is greater than 2 by 3, right? But it is not in this case. We are going to take x as a negative number. We are smart, right? So we are going to take 2 by 3 plus minus of 2 by 3, right? Yeah, which will give you 0, right? Subtract two equal numbers, you will get a big 0, right? You are getting a big 0. No, you are not getting in the examination, but here you are getting, right? Okay, so what happened? I will say this, that x plus minus x is equal to 0. So what is the additive inverse of any number? Negative of that number, right? negative of that number. Additive inverse of any number is a negative of that number. Additive inverse of x is minus x, right? Additive inverse of minus x is x, right? You are going to find the negative of minus x. You're going to write over here minus 1 minus over here. These two minus are going to multiply. Minus gives you plus. It will be like this. So what I said, the additive inverse of x is minus x, the additive inverse of minus x is x. Similarly, if you take 2 by 3, the additive inverse of 2 by 3 is minus 2 by 3, the additive inverse of minus 2 by 3 is 2 by 3. Correct? Fine? Yeah. So let's not remove everything. It's take so pain to write, yeah? Now let's go for multiplication, additive inverse of multiplication. You are multiplying two numbers. You are multiplying two numbers such a way that you get a 1. You get a 1, right? You're not getting a big 0 right here now. You're getting 1. Okay. So how you will get 1? Yeah, if until unless we divide the number with the same one, you're not going to get 1. Yeah. So let us divide it. 1 by x. 1 by x. Right. So any number, find out multiplication inverse of any number, you have to write the reciprocal of that number. Yeah, multiplicative inverse is reciprocal. Reciprocal of that number, right? So x, if you have x, you have to find the multiplicative inverse of x. What you will write? 1 by x. If you want to take out the multiplicative inverse of 2 by 3, you will write 3 by 2, because 3 by 2 into 2 by 3 gives you 1, right? I hope you have understood. If you have a minus thing, let's take minus 4 by 9, multiplicative inverse. Is it 4 by 9? Is it minus 9 by 4? Is it minus 4 by 9? Is it 9 by 4? Which option is correct? You will say this is correct, and this is actually correct, right? These all are wrong, right? Because this is nothing but the same number, modulus of minus 4 by 9. This is the same number written over here. This is reciprocal, but modulus of reciprocal, we want only reciprocal. Correct. Let us remove everything, move further. Number line. Let's go to number line. Brilliant. We came to the number line concept, right? So if you want to plot a number on the number line, how we are going to do it? Suppose it is 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4. No, let's not take 1 by 4. 2 by 3. Yeah, 1 by 3 to 1 by 2, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. We have to plot this thing on this number line. Yeah. So first of all, let me write these all down small. 1 by 2, we had 2 by 3, right? So now first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to make the denominator same, right? We are going to make the denominator same. So these two are having same denominator. Only one is having different, so we are going to multiply 3 and let me do it over here. Into 3, you will get 3 by 6. Now you are going to multiply 2 in these, right? So what you are going to get? 2 by 6 and 4 by 6. You have to plot 2 by 6, 4 by 6 and 3 by 6. 2 by 6, 4 by 6 and 3 by 6. If you see, these three numbers come in where they come from? 0, between 0 and 1. They come between 0 and 1, right? They come between 0 and 1. What I am doing? They come between 0, 1. They come between 0 and 1, right? So how to plot them? we are going to make the number line. What are the numbers? 2 by 6, 3 by 6, 4 by 6, after taking out the LCM and all from there. Yeah, we have got these numbers. So let's mark 0. Let's mark 0 over here. Let's mark 1 over here. Now between 0 and 1, how many lines are you going to draw when your denominator is 6? Suppose the denominator is x, so the number of lines should be x minus 1. Why? If you can see in your scale, if this is your scale, this is 1 centimeter, this is 2 centimeter, you have 9 lines between them. 5 or 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and this is 10, because the 10th value is nothing but 1 centimeter. This is 10 millimeters gives you 1 centimeter. If you know geometry, you will be understanding. If you don't understand, just forget what I said, right? If you understand, brilliant, it will help you understanding this now, right? So we are going to make x means denominator minus 1. Let me use d over here so it is familiar with you when I say denominator, right? D, for number of lines, let's take n is equal to d minus 1. So here n is equal to what? 6 minus 1, which will give you 5. 6 came from where? From where 6 came? 6 are from here. You have all the 6 over here, right? So 6 came from there. So n minus 1 is equal to 6. So we are going to make 5 lines. 1 1 2 1 2 3 4 and 5. Correct? 1 2 3 4 5. Now let me remove this. Now 2 by 6 there. This is 0 by 6. This is 1 by 6. This is 2 by 6. This is 3 by 6. This is 4 by 6. This is 5 by 6. And this is 6 by 6, which is equal to 1. Right? Which is equal to 1. So you saw why we took means denominator minus 1 numbers of we divided it into denominator minus 1 parts, right? So now what points you need? You are going to mark those points. You needed 2 by 6. You needed 3 by 6. You asked for 4 by 6. I hope this is clear. Yeah, crystal clear. Excellent. Let's move further. Let's see if we need to find out the rational number between two numbers. This is what? This is just the equivalent property we have learned, right? We are going to learn the same thing again. So we know the equivalent property: 2 by 3, 11 by 9. Let's take these two numbers, right? No, not 11 by 9, but 9 by 11. Yeah, we are going to multiply the denominator of the second term to the numerator and denominator of the first term. Similarly, 9 by 11 will be multiplied by the denominator of the first term, 3, to get the denominator same. So you can see some numbers between these two, right? You can see some numbers between 27 and 22. What are they? 23 by 33, 24 by 33, 25 by 33, and it will be the same space over there. That's why I'm writing over here. Yeah, 26 by 33. These are the numbers between 22 by 33 and 27 by 33. Are these the only numbers between 2 by 3 and 9 by 11? No, there are infinity many numbers between 2 by 3 and 9 by 11. Yeah, there are infinity many numbers between 0.5 and 0.4, right? So it is nothing in front of that. Yeah, there are infinitely many numbers between that. So let's see. If we want, we got 4 numbers between, right? let's say if you want to find 6 numbers, oh god, how to find the sixth one? We are going to add these two and find the mean of it. Find the mean of these two numbers. If you find the mean, means mean is what? A number between that number, right? If you have two numbers, the mean will give you the number which is just between those two numbers. So if you add these two and find the mean, you will get the result, right? How you will get the result? The result will be, you have to add it, denominators are same, you are going to add it simply. So what you're going to write, 23 plus 24 is nothing but 46, right? 46, but the mean should be multiplied by half. So that you know you're going to get 47 over here. First of all, sorry for that mistake. And now if you're going to divide these two numbers, you will get something like 23.5 upon 33, right? And you can find such many numbers between them using this mean property or equivalent property. You have understood the equivalent property. Let's see the mean one again. Okay, so if you have two numbers, what we are going to do, we are going to find the mean of those two numbers. So mean is what? X plus y into 1 by 2. This is what? This is mean. Mean is what? Middle number, a number between, in the middle of these two, x and y. A number between x and y gives you the mean, is the mean, right? So you will, using this formula, if you have p by q plus r by s into 1 by 2, this is what you have to solve, right? Okay, so this is the mean formula which I used right now over there. You must have understood, right? You are smart people. Now let's go to the this thing, homework question which I gave you on the previous video. So how you are going to solve this question is like this. Let's do it in the figure only. This angle is nothing but x. Let's say this is x. Okay, if you add this, what will the result? What the result will be? The result will be 180. I'm correct? Right. Why? The angle is on a straight line. This is a straight line on which this angle is made. So the sum of angle on a straight line is 180 degree. That is why it is like that, right? So let me draw this arrow. We are going to find this angle, right? So x will be equal to we are going to subtract 180. We are going to subtract 65 from 180. We are going to get 115. Correct? This is 115. So let me write over here 115. You are 5. Correct. Now here also simply you can take it out. Similar way, sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degree. It will be 105. It will be 105, right? Now this figure is what? If you remove these all things, if you ignore now, you have these, the job of these all are done. We have got the inner angles of this polygon. So now what we are going to see, that which polygon this is. How many sides are there? 1 2 3 4 5 sides. Sum of interior angle formula, n 180 minus n. What is that? 180 into n minus 2 is the formula. How are we going to write it? 180 into 5 minus 2 is 3. Sum is 540. Now the sum is 540, so the sum of angle in this polygon is 540. So now we are going to write 30 plus x, you can write 2x plus 105 plus 115 is equal to 540. I got two answers from two people in the comment section. One was Mr. Om, whose answer was something about 52.5. Another one was of Weber-Rastogi. Yeah, his answer was the correct one. Yeah, his answer was the correct one, right? So I must appreciate him for the correct answer. But Mr. Rome, see how it is solved, right? I hope you have understood till here. Let's see what is the further calculation and take out the correct answer. Right, so 105 plus 115 plus 30, what is it? 105 plus 115 gives you 120, 320, sorry, 120, 220, 250, right? So 2x right? Okay, 250. So 2x is now also equal to 0, 9, 0, 9, 2, and x will be equal to 290 upon 4, sorry, 2, this 2 will come over here, this 2 over here will come down, yeah. So the value will be 145 degrees, which was the answer given by Weber-Rastogi, right? And it is correct. Now this is the homework question for today's video. This is the homework question from rational number. You should solve it. This question is brilliant one, right? You are going to get a good understanding of the concept if you just solve this question. If you are able to solve this question, just think that you are good with the chapter rational and irrational number. Next, I will ask you again to do like, yeah, share, and do subscribe. And do subscribe my channel such that I grow and you also grow, right? If you feel that I have helped you a little bit only, you can do hit the like button, do share it as much as you can so that I can help more people, and do subscribe this channel to get more videos, right? Okay, so I'm winding up. Bye bye.